Hello, everyone. Yifei He, your immigration lawyer. Last week, I talked about the L1 visa, which is a visa for individuals from overseas who work for a foreign company to transfer to the U.S. to start either a U.S. branch or transfer their employment from one company in overseas to to the same company in the U.S. And I told you about the L1 visa, how the maximum validity period is 7 years, and during those 7 years, the individual can work, they can live here, they can bring their family here. But what happens after those 7 years? Because as you recall, the L1 is not a permanent visa; it's a non-immigrant temporary visa. So during those 7 years, actually, you can transition from the L1 to a green card by filing what is called an EB-1C visa. And the EB-1C visa is very similar to the L1 visa, except it's titled EB-1C. It's titled the multinational manager visa, manager or executive, similar to the L1A, which is for managers and executives from overseas. And the requirements for the L1 and the EB-1C are pretty much conceptually similar. For example, the individual must have been working overseas for at least 1 year in the past 3 years, or if they're starting a business in the U.S. or if they're already in the U.S. on L1 status, prior to entering the U.S., they must have been working for the foreign company for at least 1 year. And the foreign company and the U.S. company must share common ownership of at least 50% stocks. So the same person, the same entity that owns the foreign company must also own the U.S. company. So it's sort of the same entity that you're transferring into. And a lot of people in L1 status, they need to continue working. So they've demonstrated their ability to work in the U.S. And one of the criteria for the EB-1C is that you must have been working in the U.S. for 1 year, or the company that you're trying to get into must have been active for 1 year. And to meet that criteria, you can either, one, be in the L1 status working for that company, which proves that 1 year requirement, or with the start of a new company, you can purchase a company who's already been established for 1 year. So then that would meet that 1 year requirement. And finally, for every immigrant visa in the United States, to sponsor an immigrant visa to a green card, you have to show that an employer has the ability to pay the wage of the intending immigrant. And with executives and managers, these wages can be substantial, over 6 figures or 7 figures. So the company, you have to show, have had at least 1 year of profits greater than the offered wage, or assets greater than liabilities. And again, this is for executive managers. So a common low-level employee would not work. It would have to be someone who manages C-suite executives, someone who has broad discretionary decision-making skills, someone who's way up there in the corporate ladder. So this is geared for someone who's successful, who's already in L1 status, who wants to become a green card holder through the successful operation of a multinational company. So again, this is the EB-1C visa. My name is Yifei He. I can help you attain this visa, and we put the grant in immigrant. Thank you.